Hello everyone, Amanda here. Since I've been making journals, I do get questions, how do I do this, how do I do that? And although there's a million and one videos out there showing you how to do just about everything, I thought I'd come and share some of my processes. Doing some preparation work for journals today to go up in my Etsy shop. And over the weekend, so as I do, I'm going to do some quick videos on processes. So I just thought I'd share really quickly how I tea dye pages really quickly. I use these as journal fillers. These are the plain pages for writing on, and for this I use just standard copier paper. If I'm printing, I'll use a presentation paper, which is a bigger, a higher GSM, a thicker paper, and it's ultra smooth. But for just dyeing, I just use standard A4 copier paper. The way that I do it, you get a nice mottled effect. I don't submerge them fully in a bowl of tea or coffee or whatever. I do it a different way because I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but it gives you a mottled effect where you've got somewhere it's dark and somewhere it's light, and then you can see drips, and I like that effect. I love the way that when you dry it, it's got a nice crinkly effect. It makes it touchy-feely and textured, and it also gives thickness to your journal, because once you've wet and then dried the paper, they feel like they're thicker. It's probably a trick of the mind, but there you go. I'm just in the middle, just going to move some pages that I'm drying at the moment so they don't set on fire. So this is what I do. So I use standard copier paper, like I say, and I purchase these bottles. These, if you're in the UK, are from Home Bargains, 49p each. You'll find them near the hair accessories. Okay, so they're obviously for putting water in for when you're doing your hair. But what I do is I will make a cup of tea with just one tea bag. Just a standard cup with hot water, and I'll leave it to steep for as long as possible, and then take the tea bag out, pour it in a jug, and then pour it straight into there. Let it go cold. I use Tetley tea bags. Not that it really makes any difference, but your cheaper, non-branded tea bags might not be as strong. I don't know, you might need two of them. It's a kind of a trial and error thing. So I just use the one, and then put that cup of tea, so it's just a standard cup, I don't add any cold water, add that to the bottle, leave it to go cold, and then I'll spray it on a piece of scrap to see if it's the right colour for me. I don't like them too dark. If you want it darker, you'd add maybe 2 tea bags to your cup of tea instead, and if you want it lighter, add water to your mix. You can add mica powders, which add shimmer. If you don't have mica powders, you can use an old eyeshadow, which can cush up, but they can block the nozzle, and if it blocks the nozzle, run it under some hot water to clean it out, and it should be fine. You can use re-inkers. I've used re-inkers successfully, diluted them with water to turn my paper pink or purple or blue or whatever colour you want. Doesn't have to be tea or coffee, you can do anything. You can also use paints, brushes, just about anything that will dilute with water. Have a play, see what you've got in your craft room. You don't have to use expensive things, cheap as chips. So I get my standard copier paper and I just spray it. And I like this version rather than submerging, like I say, because it leaves that kind of mottled effect, and I feel like, and then I'll turn it over. I do it on a glass mat, which will collect some of the tea, and then, you'll get to the stage where you can just smoosh it on. And then I have an electric oil-filled radiator in my craft room, and I'll put that page on there till it dries. Only do that if you're sat next to it and you're going to be stayed sat next to it, because you don't want to be setting your house on fire. But that is the fastest way I do it. I also do tags the same, so I pre-cut my tags to the standard size. I will cut up an entire ream of cardstock. I do use Stampin' Up card for these, because, I got it at a discount and I'm using it. So that's currently what I use, but you can use any cardstock. It doesn't really matter if you're just tea dyeing. If you're printing, then you need a good quality cardstock or a good quality presentation paper, but for tea dyeing, for backgrounds or for pages, it doesn't matter. You can use anything, whatever you've got. Okay, when I'm not using Stampin' Up, I'll just get what I can get, whatever's cheapest, it doesn't matter. And they will go on my radiator and they will dry in literally minutes. And then you've got this lovely mottled effect for your tags. Okay, beautiful. And that's your background done, and then you add on whatever you want to add on. You're not having to, you can use your Tim Holtz distress inks, but it makes my arm ache keeping doing those. So I find it easier to just tea dye them. And by just having them on the heater, by the time one's dried and you've sprayed another, you just sit there, churn them out, and literally, you know, you're keeping warm. And you're tea dyeing your paper at the same time, double bubble. So that's a quick way. As I'm creating today and over the weekend with my journals, I'll upload some process videos just to share what I do and how I go about things, because I really do love it. Might not be showing you anything new, I'm just sharing my passions for journals. Thanks for watching, take care, I'll see you again soon. Bye.